Two school board members are facing a recall vote in the town of Paris. It's a story we first brought to you earlier this week.
That'll be up to the voters to decide if Julia Lester and Sarah Otterson will be removed. Nearly 700 people signed a petition that was recognized by the select board in an emergency meeting earlier this week.
The two support a proposed gender identity policy for schools in the district. That policy outlines things like how students should be addressed and who can use spaces like bathrooms and locker rooms. During the meeting, there was a back and forth between a transgender woman and select board member Scott McElravy after he said he's worried about boys being allowed to use the bathroom that his granddaughter uses.
What you just said is way out of line, especially for a select board member.
I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about kids that will try to abuse the policy and claim.
There's no statistics showing anybody would. Do you know what it takes to be a transgender woman? Do you know what we have to go through every day? Nobody would choose that to go into the wrong bathroom.
Well, some have spoken up in favor of this policy in recent weeks, saying there are students now who need this support.
Let's bring in Erika Sanzi now. She's with Parents Defending Education. Good morning, Erika. Tell us about your group and your mission.
Oh, sure. So thanks for having me and happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I am with Parents Defending Education. We launched in March of 2021. In response to the increasing amount of activism, indoctrination, and real suppression of viewpoint diversity in K-12 classrooms. So we have lots of concerns about not only, students not being able to express their viewpoints, but we have concerns about what we're seeing as compelled speech in classrooms. And certainly, we see a lot of ideology being driven in K-12 classrooms now, and gender ideology is front and center at the moment, not only in Maine, but nationwide.
Erika, let's talk about this. What about the young kids that are dealing with sexual identity issues and have nowhere to turn to outside school with a lack of support from parents or friends? What do we do with the kids that are going through this?
So this is a very complex topic. We've seen over a 4,000% increase, I think, in recent years with young children identifying as a different sex. And the reality is much of this is being driven because of curriculum in classrooms, because of what they see on social media, in addition to what is clearly a social contagion. So yes, gender dysphoria is real, and absolutely people need to be there to support and help guide children through that. The problem is that what we're talking about right now is minors, and we're talking about policies with deception baked into them, which is to say that in these policies, the policy that they're considering in the district you're talking about exists all over the country. It exists in the district where I live, and it essentially says that a child can have a different identity at school, different name, be using different restrooms, different locker rooms, overnight field trips even are determined by gender identity, and it is explicitly written into the policy that all of that information can be withheld from the parent if that's what the child says that they want.
All right, Erika Sanzi, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.